geometric probability. Now, if you're any good at this game and have played it before, raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Do you agree that a person who sucks at this game still has a certain chance that the ball is going to go in to the 100-point slot, even if you suck at it? And it's a little like 4-year-old whipping a ball down there. Okay, but if you had skill, you could affect it. When we're doing geometric probability, we have to assume that there is no skill involved in hitting these spots. It's just like literally a ball is thrown in there at random. You just whip the ball down there like your eyes are closed. Because if you're good at it, then it's not random, right? And that's really important to understand random. Because again, if you're good at darts, do you have a higher probability of hitting this than it would normally be if you're good at darts? Well, we have to take that out of the equation in math. And we have to say, if there's an equal chance of the dart hitting anywhere on the board, then what's the probability it's the center? All right, so that is a typical question for today. And how could we actually do it? It isn't that hard. Do you agree that the center is a circle? We could figure out the area of the circle. We could figure out the area of the whole circle, and then we could figure out the area of that little circle on the inside, and it comes down to what you want over what's possible. I started probability with that because it's a very good way to get hard problems where you're like, I'm not sure what to do. You ask yourself, what do you want? Well, I want to hit that center circle. And let's say that it is 2 square inches. It's the area of that circle. So if what I want is 2 out of, well, the whole thing has, let's say it's 100 square inches. Well, then your probability is 2 out of 100. You get what I mean? So how do we actually find the area of a circle? Well, I hope you know the formula. If you know it, write it now. Area of a circle. It involves pi. I am curious to see how many, so seriously, give it your best shot, and then I'm going to ask you to compare with the kid next to you, and we'll see how many of you knew it. Okay, compare with the kid next to you. You don't know it by now, you don't really know it. Somebody that's confident, say it loud. Pi what? Pi r squared. Now be honest, how many of you had that? All right, that is less than half of the class. Now that you know it though, if I tell you the radius, do you get it? Won't be that hard. If I say the radius is 1 centimeter, then you'd go, oh, so I put a 1 there. 1 squared is 1 times pi is pi, which would be 3.14. If you have a 1 centimeter radius, you'd have a 3.14 area of your little circle. And then let's say that the radius of the whole thing, so wait a minute, the inside one was radius 1. The outside one, the big circle, has a radius of 20. Would you please figure out the probability that I'm going to hit the center? And again, we have to assume I have no skill. I'm just going to randomly hit the board. Well, what do I want? I want the area of the little one. What is possible? What's possible is the area of the whole thing. Yes, calculators would be allowed on this test, and yes, you can use one right now if you want to use your iPad. But here's the thing. You've got a pi on the top and a pi on the bottom. Do you get it would be really dumb to not use that? I mean, if there's going to be a pi up here, and there's going to be a pi down there, wouldn't you want to just cancel them out? I would. And then you don't have to even multiply by it because it will just get canceled. All right, figure out your answer. Use your calculator. You all have one on your iPad, if nothing else. I personally like one that's separate. I think it's faster. Besides, can't use your iPad on the test. All right. pi r squared. Well, like I said, I'm going to cancel the pi's. Doink, doink. Right? Keenan, what do you think the r squared would be on the top?
1.
1, because 1 squared is 1. And then the radius squared on the bottom is 20 squared, which was?
400.
And then when you actually divided 1 out of 400, what is it?
0.0025.
Divided by 400. 0.0025, and that would be a perfectly good answer, except if we ask you to round to 3 decimal places. Do you get, that's a really common mistake, is round wrong? Would 0.002 be the correct answer? No, 0.003, because this is a 5 or bigger. You round this up. 0.003, that is a probability. Is it a percent? No. Could it be turned into a percent? Yes, but it wouldn't be 3%. 0.3%. Both of these are correct answers on the test, but I'm going to ask you to not do this just because it's extra work for you, and that's what I'm really looking for. Okay? All right. So I'm going to do another one, and I hope it's pretty natural for you. I got a big square, and its sides are 10 centimeters long. Then I got a little circle on the inside, and its radius is 2. Would you please figure out, if I drop a penny from above, and it bounces around and ends up in a spot, what's the probability that its center of the penny that I dropped lands inside the red circle? This is not like a trick question. I'm just trying to make it random. What's the probability that I'd hit the red circle? I hope I don't need to tell you the area of a square. In case it wasn't clear, this is a square. And this is in centimeters. If the units weren't the same, that would mess you up. You'd have to use the same kind of units on each. Okay, figure it out. Use your calculator to get the decimal answer. This time the pi doesn't cancel. In case you don't know, there's a pi button, and it's right above this key on a graphing calculator. If you're on your iPad, frankly, I don't know where it is, but I think there is one there. And if you want, you can just use 3.14. It isn't as accurate as 3.14159265535, but all right, question, comment.
How many decimal places?
Good question. It's always going to be 3. This is not the correct answer, but something like that. So I said it keeps coming back to it's what you want over what's possible. So, Miss Long, what do I want? Oh, I messed up a name. My bad. Let's go with the Jack. What do I want? What do I want to happen?
Pi 2 squared.
Yes, that's the circle, and so I want the circle, and it's pi r squared, which is pi times 2 squared. Very good. Over, what are all the things that are possible? Rowan.
The square, so 10 times 10.
So 10 times 10 is how you find the area of that. Very good. So then I could go 4 pi over 100, and if it was the ACT test, they would leave it like that. Because do you get a kid who has to multiply out times 3.14 in their head would have a disadvantage, and a kid with a calculator has an advantage, and they don't want to do that to the poor kid that doesn't have the calculator. So on the ACT test, they probably would have left it this way. Pi over 25. Do you get what I did there? I just reduced it. But on our test, you will have a calculator. If nothing else, I would give you one, and you would divide them. And would you please compare the answer to the kid next to you? See if you got the same thing. If you did this, you're going to lose a point. Yoakum, why am I losing a point?
Is it round?
Yes. And what should it have been?
0.126.
Correct. The kid who writes 12.6%, I will take it, but it's a little annoying, so please just leave your answer like a decimal. Okay? Because technically probabilities are a decimal between 0 and 1. All right. So that's pretty much it, boys and girls. That's how you do the, what you want over what's possible. Now, can they be more complicated? Sure. All of a sudden there's 2 circles inside there, and one's small and one's big. And then this one's like got a radius of 1, and this one's got a radius of 3. And out here, this is like 10 by 10 again. And then you do what do I want? I want to hit those 2 circles. Over what's possible? Well, the possible is the square again. So then this isn't that bad. But I could win if I hit this or this. And do you remember when I said or is and? And it's like plus, it's like you put them together. Or are big answers. Who has a dog or a cat or rode in a car or rode in something with 4 wheels today? Well, you're all going to raise your hand. Or is big answers. Okay, so this is this or this. So I'd want the small circle. Pi times 1 squared. Or means add. The big circle. Pi times 3 squared. And that was add. Or means add. And it's all over, the denominator is the 10 by 10. Divide that all out with your calculator and you'd have the answer. Getting the idea? It's the things you want over the things that are possible. And the things that are possible is always the big shape. All right, so then, why is the lesson so short? So that you can have time to finish the Schoology quiz in class today, so I don't have to give you any homework, all right? So I also am going to give you a partner for that Schoology quiz. And I would love for you to work through each question with the partner. So like, you guys talk about it, like I think the answer for number 1 is 2. Don't just go on without them, like, work together and talk about each question as you go. All right, these 2 rows, you're gonna compare with the person straight across from you, except for today, would you go up here? And for today, would you move over here? So you should always and you choose to cross. We're going to do a group of 3 right here. Okay? And you 2, and you 2. All right. Get to work. Does this? I assume the Schoology quiz is up and functional? Excellent. The rest of the time is yours to finish that off. It's only 5 questions.